Hello guys, welcome back to the stream today. I'm so happy all of you have joined us. Today we're going to tackle another watercolor painting, one of my Drawlloween pieces. So it's going to be a bit of a process. Dover, thank you for that quack. Also Dover, I just want to thank you once again for that huge donation yesterday and for helping me meet the sticker printer goal. I really appreciate that. It's gonna be so exciting. I'm definitely gonna send you a pack of stickers once I finish. So, thank you so much, Dover. Can we just appreciate the amazing mod we have in Dover? What would we do without him? Hello, Quockestrator. Hello, little bro. I keep calling you little bro. I should probably start calling you Zed, but I keep thinking of you as little bro. How are you guys today? Hello, Elise. So, guys, Frankenstein is a character that I've drawn probably only like 2 times. So I'll show you guys in a sec what I'm going to be working on. But, probably today we won't actually finish it because I am going to start the background and I'm going to layer it. So I want to do some masking tape effects. So Vivi actually gave me a massively helpful suggestion. So she suggested I water down the masking fluid so that it doesn't actually stick as much to the paper. And then hopefully that will prevent it from peeling off all of my paper if I don't, take it off quickly enough. So we're gonna see if that works today. We're gonna have a look. So if you guys don't already know her, Vivi is another art streamer here on Twitch. Huge, amazing, supportive person. Guys, you gotta go give Vivi a follow if you don't already. The infamous masking fluid gets another chance. The X is not gonna leave us. Nope! We have the masking fluid right here, guys. So this is the stuff we're gonna be working with. So we'll see if it works out. We'll see. Thank you so much. So guys, please go and give Vivi a follow. Did the overlay not work? What went wrong there, Dover? Did the overlay not come up or did I just miss it? That's strange. Oh, there we go. There we go. So, I will show you guys in just a sec. Hello, Mr. Jeepers! Oh my gosh! Long time no see, how are you doing? The holidays were really good. It was actually quite a bit of a strange holiday for us because my parents kind of got into a car accident. And so, everything went crazy over Christmas. So all our plans fell flat, obviously, because of that. They are both doing well, so don't worry about it. But yeah, obviously we didn't have like huge meals or anything because we literally just stayed home and snacked on whatever we had because yeah, it was crazy. It was definitely a crazy holiday. That wasn't a shout out? Oh, it was a VIP command. Gotcha. Thank you, Dover. Gotcha. That's why it didn't work. I was gonna say it should work. But yeah, so let me show you guys. This is what we're going to be working on today. So this is my Frankenstein piece that I worked on last Drawlloween. So I am planning to first add a layer, like a sort of washy layer to the background. It's going to be like a yellowish kind of color, like a sort of a fluoro yellow. Because I want the lightning spikes to be like beautiful and vibrant and really stand out. So once I have like a yellow layer added all over it, I'm gonna add a masking tape fluid to all of these electricity spikes, and then I'm gonna let that dry, and then I'm gonna go over with my final layer. So hopefully it all works out, otherwise I'll just start over all fresh again. Use them when you want a description along with their channel link. Yeah, because it gives you a little idea, a bit of an idea what they stream or what their streams are like. So it's kind of helpful. Hello, Flat Wabbit, how are you doing? Is it just you or is Frankenstein's monster posing for a picture in his school yearbook? It does kind of look like that, right? Oh my goodness! Moonlit dear, thank you so much for that resub. Thank you! 5 months in a row, can you believe it? It's been so long. Moonlit dear, what have you done? Oh my goodness, Moonlit dear, thank you so much. That is so sweet. You've gifted subs to Odon, Stylism Pen, Aries, Lucian, and Quackastrator. Oh my goodness, thank you so much, Moonlit dear. I really appreciate the support. It's been a bit, holidays got crazy at work, you've missed my streams and hope all is well. I had a good holiday season, Happy New Year. Oh, Moonlit dear, thank you so much. I did have a good holiday despite it being a little bit crazy, so I finally had a 2-week break for the first time in years, so I'm really happy about that. I did fall really far behind on things, but that's okay because I really enjoyed my break, so let us give everyone a little grave, guys, because Moonlit dear has just gifted 5 subs to everyone and resubbed. So we have to put like, oh my goodness, Homeburger! Doba, thank you for gifting that sub to Homeburger. How many? I'm losing count, guys. How many do we have? Let's see. We've got 7 little graves to add, guys. 7 little graves. Let us add these tiny little tombstones. Here we go. You guys are crazy. Already filled it up. Look at that. There we go. The 5 subs from Moonlit here. Adding to the little cemetery. There we go. And then we have the sub by Moonlit here for themselves. And then we have the sub for Homeburger by Doba. Thank you so much, guys. Look at that. It's already filling up.
Looking forward to see what you have in store this year. Oh, here are some bits.
Aww. Moonlit dear, thank you so much for the biddies. I really appreciate them. Thank you so much. Lucian, thank you for the biddies too. Guys, you guys are freaking amazing. Thank you so much. I've just come on and you guys are already spoiling me for the day. Thank you so much. 7 little graves, I know, right? That is so cool. Thank you so much for all the little droplets, guys. We do. We have a hype train, guys. Since we have a hype train, I have something in store for you guys. But I'm going to be muted for just a little bit while we spin the wheel. So stick by me. Let us spin the wheel and see what character I have to turn into. And guys, you have turned me into a ghost. So let us change me into a ghost. I hope you guys are ready for it. Hang on, what have I just done? There we go. Morning, O'Dawn! I'm good. You just got gifted a sub by Moonlit here, by the way. And we're about to change me into a ghost, guys. There we go. How do you guys like my little ghost face? I hope you guys like it. This is me in my little ghosty form, guys. Me in ghosty form. Thank you so much, Moonlit here and Dover, for gifting those subs, and Lucian and Moonlit here for the biddies. I really appreciate that. Yeah, it's a cute little ghosty. So cute. So, since I am now in ghost form until the rest of the hype train goes away, it's going to be a little bit difficult, guys, to do a painting since I don't really have physical attributes, you know? How am I going to paint without being able to touch anything? Your brain might melt. Does this cuz do you love it? Your brain definitely will melt once you see the zombie face. Just wait till you see that one. That one is super creepy as. So I don't know, guys. I really don't know how I'm gonna do this. Like, my spooky hands are not gonna be able to touch the painting. So how are we gonna do this? Any new folks who just came across the channel, you can't imagine what they'd be thinking. Yeah, can you imagine? They must be so confused. So confused. Elise, thank you so much for the raid. How are you doing? Guys, we just got a raid by Elise. Thank you so much, Elise, for that raid. I really appreciate that. What did you do on your stream? You're not even new and this was quite startling. Well, everyone has changed me into a ghost for the duration of the hype train. So until the hype train ends, I am now cursed to be a ghost, guys. Elise, what were you doing? Is this Tomb Raider? Were you playing Tomb Raider? That looks like such a fun game. I've got it on my wish list, but I still haven't given it a shot. 30 small seconds of madness. It's Tomb Raider 2013. Do you like it? Justin, those emotes are they those emotes by the animated streamer? I feel like they are. Guys, the hype train has ended. Finally. Finally, I can go back to my human form. Not quite sure if it's human form, but it's something closely resembling human form. So, thank you so much, guys, once again. I really appreciate all the subs and all the biddies. You guys are really awesome. So, now I will turn back to my normal form though. Much better. Much easier to paint like this, definitely. Definitely. Thor makes great emotes, he really does, yeah. Also just like his entire stream, I don't know, that is some crazy wizardry, like I have no idea how he does that. Imagine doing the whole stream like that. You know what's the most frustrating part of that, Dover? Honestly, it's the fact that when I open my mouth, it tries to flip the ghost up in a weird way and you can't see it properly. Like, I don't know why they did that with the filter, but it's pretty annoying, so not really helpful. Alright, so, first things first, I reckon I want to see the original illustration, just so I can, know sort of where I placed the electricity, because it's faded a little bit, like you can't see at the top. So I need to sort of add that back in. So let me find the original scanned illustration. You could tell you could tell me basically how he does it, but lots of technology, talent, and improvisation. Yeah, definitely. Like I imagine there's a whole lot of setup behind that, and you know, like so much thought put into that stream. It's definitely worth watching. So, super awesome, and like he's so focused on his stream and the community as well, so you can definitely tell he's got his heart in it. So, I guess I could start by mixing up some of the masking fluid stuff, because it's not going to take me super long to kind of add back in the electricity, I reckon. So I've got this tiny little vintage bowl, guys. Pretty much got it off eBay, sold secondhand. It's really, really nice. So I always use this for something like masking fluid and mixing it up and stuff like that. So let me see, what did Vivi say? So I'm gonna go double check her message. So a while back she showed me a piece that she did with masking fluid, and I asked her how she managed to not rip her paper, and she said she had a lot of trial and error herself, and until she ultimately found out that mixing it with, like diluting it with some water, kind of prevented it from ripping up her paper. So that was really helpful. So let me see. So she says, I put the masking fluid into a separate container and mix it with 2 to 3 drops of water before using it. It somehow makes a lot of difference, and the layer of the fluid is more stretchy when mixed with water before putting it on the paper. And to protect the brush from getting destroyed, I dip it into dish soap before dipping into masking fluid. That is so helpful, guys. So freaking helpful. So yeah, that's what we're gonna try today. You streamed Tomb Raider last week, you're playing Attack on Titan earlier on your stream? Cool! So awesome. So, oh yeah, that's what I was waiting for. The download isn't quite finished yet, but I can probably like start winging it, I guess. I wonder whether I maybe just don't do it with the masking fluid instead, and then I don't have to erase any lines. That's probably a better idea, I guess. That's a very helpful tip, Art Hacks. Yeah, definitely. She's so nice to have shared that information as well. Vivi's just like always so wholesome, guys. If you ever want someone who's gonna help you feel encouraged to make art and keep trying, Vivi is like the most encouraging person as an art inspiration, essentially. She's also a major reason I started streaming, so yeah, I've got the main ref here. So I reckon I'm gonna start by mixing up some of this masking fluid. Actually, wait. I need to apply that initial layer. The question is, do I want the electricity to be yellow? I need to think of my color schemes here. So here's gonna obviously be like a pale green. I'm gonna have some pink for the brain. Probably like a grey jacket. And I'm thinking like a pale white shirt as well, so I don't have too many colors. So really, I can play around with the background. So, let me think about that. Do I want... I'm thinking like a purple. Purple and green could go really well together. I guess that would give it some sort of like Hulk vibes, but it's okay. We're gonna deal with that. So if I have purple, I really do like the idea of green. I feel like white is just not gonna pop quite enough. So I think let's go with a nice bright yellow for the spark behind him. And I really have like a beautiful yellow I just need to clear my palette a little bit because, as you guys can see, my whole palette is like quite messy. So I'm gonna try and clear one out. I really love this color, this beautiful like bronzy color. That is so gorgeous. I think I'm gonna use this section here for my yellow. I'm gonna take, which one's my fluoro yellow? I can't remember. Is it that one? That one's like a greenish yellow. Alright. Cool. And that one, what is the difference? I feel like this one is probably brighter, to be honest. It's really hard to tell. Oh my gosh, that is beautifully bright. I can't tell the difference between the two. I think this one is slightly more vibrant than the other one. So I think we're gonna go with that. So it's gonna look a little bit like my dress today, which I actually hadn't planned, but I guess it all works out. Yeah, really, Justin. I would say probably the main reason I'm streaming is because of Cesar and Vivi. So both of those artists are a huge inspiration to me. And, you know, probably, I don't know if I would be streaming if it wasn't for them, so... Frankenstein's monster with the powers of the Incredible Hulk. That's a fascinating combination. True. True. Definitely is. Alright, so, I need to do it, like, let me do a little bit of a test first. Alright. I think I need to wet it first, so I'm gonna try another one, but just instead this time, I'm gonna slightly wet it. And we'll give that another go. Where's all my water gone? Like I'm just not getting water from this. There we go. Nice and bright. You remember me mentioning and rating Cesar once? Nice to know I have people who encourage me to join. Yeah, yeah. Well, Cesar was my friend from university. We studied together. And when we were at uni, she made this gorgeous crow. It was probably my favorite thing that she's ever made. I hope that she kept it because it's drop dead gorgeous. But yeah, that crow, or raven or crow, was just absolutely beautiful. She's always been so amazing at like capturing detail in art and just bringing a character to life in a cool composition. So she was always bound to be amazing. He's definitely got like a glow around him now. Talk about a glow up, right guys? There we go. Frankenstein is certainly looking quite happy with himself. Misty Kitty Kitty, thank you so much for that raid. Oh my gosh, we do have so many raids today. Thank you so much. Oh, I feel like we've got a package at the door. I have to be right back, guys. Mr. Kitty Kitty, thank you so much for raiding us. I'm so sorry I had to quickly run out just as you raided. I ordered a new hard drive, guys, because I need to back up my stuff, and so a lot of it hasn't been backed up for a while. Guys, please go and check out Mr. Kitty Kitty's stream. Mr. Kitty Kitty is one of my patrons and also fun member of our community, so guys, please go and check them out. I have yet to catch one of your streams, Mr. Kitty Kitty. When are you gonna stream Fallout though? That is my question. You're a huge raid. A huge raid. You hope those are all new subs, new bodies, fresh meat. Indeed, indeed. Definitely. Huge thanks to Moonland, Tia, and Dover for filling up the cemetery today. So they definitely are fresh bodies. Definitely are. Name the date. You could do an evening this weekend. Maybe that would be pretty cool. I am going to be playing Fallout this weekend as well, because luckily this time my computer is actually working, so it's all good. So what did you stream today, Mr. Kitty Kitty? That was a Fallout reference, but yeah, wait, what? Oh, too many rads! My brain just fixed the typo up. Too many rads indeed. All Valorant, it was a lot of fun. So what exactly is Valorant? I've not really looked into that very much. Alright, so this needs to dry, guys. It looks actually fairly dry, to be honest. It's probably still like a little bit moist, but that's okay. That's okay. So this is going to be the yellow lighting, guys. I think I need to add just a little bit more on this side. So we're going to go over in some masking fluid, guys. And all of these, essentially, electricity areas are going to be covered. So I need them to look nice and vibrant because they're going to stand out. think this other side needs to go just a little bit brighter as well. There we go. Nice. So, still gotta wait for that to dry because I just went over it once again. But, it is looking pretty good so far. So, I'm definitely matching the artwork today, guys. Look at that. I'm most definitely matching up with it. It is like Counter-Strike. It's just Counter-Strike with new skins. Okay. I kind of like Counter-Strike. I do. If you can't this weekend, you could do it one evening this week. Your problem is you stay up super late with it. So it's a little bit too addictive for you. You should know that, but you're not sure. Solid maybe. The neck bolts look, my neck bolts look just like the picture. Why, thank you so much, Mr. Kitty Kitty. I put them in myself, all by myself. Actually, I would love decorative jewelry like that. That is freaking sick. That's so badass. All games are too addictive for you. That's a bit of a problem, Mr. Kitty Kitty. I'm a surgeon too, indeed. I am multi-talented. Video games addictive? Who said that? How could you say such a thing? Video games are therapy, guys. Definitely therapy. So it's looking, I don't know if you guys can see the shine over there when I flip it. Still a little bit wet, but it is definitely getting there. It's looking great, guys. So my hope is that I'm gonna add the masking fluid over those electricity areas, and then I'm gonna go over with darker colors, obviously, and hopefully that will let him stand out. Most likely I'll have to masking tape the whole character as well, so it's gonna be quite a chore, so we'll see how we go. When did I draw this Frankenstein? Can I scroll up? I'm gonna scroll up and try and find Dova's illustration link to my Instagram. So it was October last year, so not that long ago. Where's the link, Dova? Where is that link? There we go. Got it. So, I probably drew it on the 23rd. So this is a link to the Instagram one. Bring out the hairdryer. Well, hairdryer doesn't work well when you're using salt, unfortunately, but yeah. It is helpful if you want to get there quickly, but it sort of changes the way that salt interacts. So, and since I am going to be using salt, I can't use the hairdryer. So that's a no. But yeah, this is going to be a pretty fun one. I'm not sure if it's going to work out the way that I've got it envisioned in my head, obviously. Sometimes, you know, we get a little bit overconfident, thinking that it's going to turn out like we see it in our heads, and it doesn't. So this is one of those pieces that I'm just going to have to sort of give a shot and see if it works out. If it doesn't, I'm just going to have to redo it. But what I'm thinking, I'll show you guys. Since we are waiting anyways. Oh, but the other one's in here behind me, so what I'm thinking is, if I combine this sort of effect, but with the masking tape and the electricity shining through, obviously, I think that could be a pretty cool kind of pretty cool effect, guys. So that's sort of what I'm aiming for. That's the idea. The question is, do I keep the borders similar to this one, or do I keep them faded out? I really like the faded out look on this one. But if you don't fade something out really evenly, it can look pretty bad. So I'm gonna have to see how we go, I reckon. The Necker Monster, exactly, the Necker Monster. Gonna look cool? Thank you, I hope so. You vote for faded out on this one. Gotcha. Okay, so let's go for faded out. Since both me and Dover agree that that's gonna be a cool look for this. But yeah, we're getting close. Still kind of moist. I don't think it matters too much. I may as well just start. So, what did we say earlier? Bibi said. So she said, she mixes it with just 2 to 3 drops of water before using it. So, I'm gonna just mix it with some water and see how we go. Someone gifted you a sub. It was Moonlit Tier, Quokka. Moonlit Tier was kind enough to gift 5 subs to you guys today. So, huge thanks to Moonlit Tier for that. But yeah, let us move that over there because I don't want to make a mess. But I'm probably going to need a fair amount of masking fluid because we have to cover the whole face and you know, other parts as well. So not going to be super quick. So I'm going to add in a little bit of water. I'm not sure if that's quite enough. We'll see. Probably add like a little bit more. There we go. Let's mix that up and see what that consistency is like. It's pretty runny. It's definitely super runny. Alright, let us start painting the face, guys. So I need his face painted because I want to sort of have the freedom to go over in, you know, when I'm adding the gradient, I don't want to have to worry about where the top of his head is and everything else. I want to just easily be able to apply the paint and do all of the salt effects and stuff without worrying about anything. So I hope I haven't diluted it too much. I don't think I added too much water. So we'll see how we go. So I don't really have to do the whole face because obviously I can manage being somewhat careful, but I just want to do the outer areas of the face, essentially. There we go. It's definitely not as yellow. I feel like it used to be more yellow. Maybe it's just because I've got it like set up right against a yellow background, and now it looks less yellow than before. Who knows? Looks quite interesting. But yeah, I've got some of that all over surroundings of my character. So he's all covered pretty much. I don't have to worry about it. You imagine the masking fluid will be easy to remove from the little cup as well. Exactly. Yeah, it should be pretty helpful. You were lurking while blasting Radiohead on your sound system and doing a cry because the music is hitting right in the feels. That's the best feeling, right? When you listen to music that reminds you of something or just really vibes with whatever you're feeling. I have a song lately that I've been, well, actually I've had a couple of songs that I've been listening to like that by Kelsey Carter. I really love her music, so she's really been getting into my head lately. But you're a creep and you're a weirdo. Thumb York is awesome. Thorn York? Thumb York. Is that his name? That's an interesting name. Apparently Creep was fine, but Creep was not. Yeah, we allow Creep, but not small creeps, only creeps. Only like the real creeps. Asma, hello, how are you doing? Kelsey Carter, as in with a K, Mr. Kitty Kitty. So, Kelsey Carter. She's from New Zealand. It's pronounced Tom? Okay. Never seen it pronounced like that before. Never seen it like that. Well, it's drying really quickly, guys. Like, actually super quickly. I need to get this blob on here. I don't know what that's about. I don't know what that's about. Who knows? Who knows? Damn it, my brush is like completely mucked up. Should have listened to Vivi's advice, guys. I should have listened to her advice. Just trying to draw a withered train station. What's the deal with that? What led you to wanting to draw that? That's interesting. So I have to get all of this muck off my brush, guys. Damn it. It's like really gone into the bristles. This is why you listen to Vivi, guys. Sando! Guys, we got a Sando raid! Sando, thank you so much for that raid. How are you doing? How was your stream? And what did you stream? Namasil! How are you guys? Sando, welcome, guys. Can we please give a follow to Sando? Sando is an amazing artist, and you guys all know Sando. I mean, who here doesn't know Sando, right? So go and give Sando a follow. Sando, I freaking love that mint backdrop. That is on point. That mint backdrop. That is gorgeous. I mean, look at that. You've got an automatic green screen, pretty much. That's beautiful. There you are in the flesh, guys. Now you've seen the seal himself. You don't know, but you're fascinated by old abandoned places. It's like they're more than just an old creepy place. Trust you trying to imagine what life is like back then. You chose the main color. You should have feathered your hair a bit better. I think it looks just fine, just the way it is. But that mint color, oh my gosh, that's gorgeous. My chat app just quit on me, guys. No, you can't do that to me. You cannot do that to me. Homeburger wants to guide the raid to Sendo. Obviously not tonight, since Sendo has already. Well, Homeburger, when you are next here, can you just let me know when you want to redeem that raid? And I will do that for you. You cannot trust a seal with that much power. Oh, did you mean you want Sendo to guide the raid? Or Did you mean we should raid Sendo? Is that what you meant? How can we not trust a seal with that much power, Sendo? Surely we can. Surely that's all good. Well, I have a bit of a blob issue on my painting. I hope that's okay. Realistically, brush is almost there, guys. It's almost getting clean. My brushes are so butchered by me. I feel so bad. I'm a terrible brush owner. Terrible. I raid Sendo if ever I can. Gotcha. You've got it. I was already planning to raid Sendo if I ever get the opportunity. It just so happens that our time zones don't really overlap like that. But if for whatever reason my stream ever fails, then maybe we'll have a chance to raid Sendo. Whatever you're galumping about, you will accept a wave of seals. You can hardly handle 3 viewers, let alone 20. But they love the fish dogs, Naka. I bet. Who doesn't love fish dogs? Everyone's gotta love fish dogs. Well, since we're waiting, I may as well start with doing the... what do you call it? The electricity, guys. I had a brain freeze over there. Freaking brain freeze. Alright, so I'm gonna put this over there so you can have a look at it while I paint. Oh, guys, I almost forgot to show you. I think my hands are pretty clean. They look pretty clean to me. I almost forgot to show you. So, you guys remember yesterday, my mum came to the stream right at the end of stream, and she was actually working on her plush bunny corns at the time. Well, I promised you guys I'd show you. This is what my mum's plush bunny corns look like. They're tiny, cute little plushies. I mean, look at that. They're so precious. So, so precious. They're based off one of my characters, and I was like asking my mum whether she'd be able to create a plush toy out of it, and she was like, yep, here you go. She made that from scratch, yeah, all from scratch. Look at the cute little nose, guys. Look at that cute little nose. I mean, that is adorable. Cute little tails. At the time, I also had a different logo. So we put the logo on there. Cute little bunnies. You want a pet? Here you go, Mr. Giddy Kitty. A pet just for you. Just for you. But yeah, they're super, super tiny. Most delicate, tiniest little creatures. Rusty, hello, how are you doing? How's your day going? If you stream past 10, you start whispering, it becomes a seal ASMR stream. Gotcha. Maybe you can just be like Fibsh the whole time, you know? So I'm gonna start adding the electricity spikes, but I think I'm gonna do that with a different brush. Probably gonna get some dishwashing soap so I can listen to Vivi's suggestion. So I'll be right back, guys. So we've got a little bit of dishwashing soap I've dipped it into. You sound more like a cult leader past 10. Oh no. That could be a bit freaky. Maybe you should just shave your head and have seal hair. That's a good idea. Seal hair is the best hair you could ever have. You'll have it as an impossible points to redeem. That's a good idea. That is the... Guys, that's the first time we've played the seal sound over. Thank you for the 200 biddies. That's the first time seal sound has ever been played on stream. Thank you so much, Dover. Thank you for that. 1 million points. You never know. Somebody could come and redeem it someday and then you regret it. You never know. Alright, so. Gotta add electricity, guys. Over here, so. So all of these bits that I'm painting are gonna stay white. So you have to be really careful where I paint. Well, sorry, they're gonna say yellow because I've already painted some yellow over it. Volume was a bit low. It really was. I don't know why. I can't really do too much about that. Some of the clips just have like really low audio, unfortunately. Where did I want to go with that one? I don't know. Going a bit crazy, guys. This is gonna take a while. I didn't think about that. This is definitely gonna take a while, guys. Let's just hope that it all works out in the end. There we go. You don't hear it? We should test it, yeah. The only thing I think I can do is download that clip and edit it in other software and make sure that its volume is louder.
What strange things are afoot at the Circle K?
Dover, thank you for the 150 biddies. That one was definitely louder. Definitely. Where am I? I'm getting lost, guys. I'm getting super lost as to where I'm going. You manual tested that one was okay. Thank goodness. Thank goodness that one's okay. Some are at least working the way they should be. Oh dear. It's already starting to dry. I guess that's a good thing. I am wanting it to dry eventually, so... let's just hope that this piece works out, because this is probably... I think this is the most extensive masking fluid piece I've ever attempted, guys. So... I'm not sure how this is gonna turn out. Not sure at all. That is looking really elaborate already. Hello Paroxysm, how are you doing? We're just adding a masking fluid over my drawing currently because I want to keep these areas yellow. So hopefully this will all work out, and the masking fluid won't make things break for me again, because I haven't had the best luck using it, so it's gonna be an interesting experiment, I guess. We're getting close, guys. I've done so much already. Hello, Spark! How are you doing, guys? Can we please have a shout out for Spark? Spark is our most annoying moderator over here, so unfortunately he has once again graced us with his llama presence. So please give him a welcome. I feel like my brush is definitely getting dirty again, guys. I need to give it a clean. You found a quote that could go with this piece. Would I like to hear it? Yeah, please, Dover. Please share that with us. Go ahead. I think I need to dip it in some more dishwashing soap. Hopefully that will keep my brush safe. We'll see how we go. You gotta go in a bit for work. We just wanted to pop in and say, have a great stream and stop sending weird pics. Never, Spark, never, you know it. You're gonna keep getting all the weird pics. That is just the beginning. Just the beginning.
I have love in me the likes of which you can scarcely imagine, and rage the likes of which you would not believe. If I cannot satisfy the one, I will indulge the other.
Dover, thank you so much. That is such a fitting quote. Definitely. Mr. Guang, thank you for that raid. Guys, we just got raided by Mr. Guyang. Am I saying that correctly? I don't know. Mr. Guiyang, please share your art with us. I'll drop a link for you to share a clip to your stream. And also, if you'd like, please drop a link to your Instagram account. We would love to have another look at your artwork, guys. We've got rated by Mr. Guiyang before. They have amazing work and they have such talent when it comes to anatomy, so you guys are in for a treat if you give them a follow. Long time no see, indeed. I took 2 weeks off over Christmas, Mr. Guiyang. How are you? And how was your Christmas? What did you do on your stream today? Thanks for the shout out. How's the Frankenstein? Frankenstein's doing pretty good. We're currently adding some masking fluid, so I don't know if you can see, but you see all the shiny areas? Those are all masked, so I'm not going to be able to paint over those. That's the idea. So we want to try and keep those areas covered so that when I paint on that, I can just let loose and sort of let the effects of the watercolor take shape without having to worry about, you know, what layers are underneath. Mr. Guiyang, it should give you a permit. Well, there we go. I'll just finish up this section because I want this to all try and dry relatively in the same at the same speed. So I'll just finish this section and then I'll go have a look at your Instagram page. Guys, we've looked at Mr. Guiyang's work before and it is amazing. It is absolutely amazing, guys. So get ready to be amazed. So that's all done. All done with all of it, guys. So I'm just going to quickly clean my brush. Definitely listen to Vivi's tip about the dishwashing fluid, guys. It really helps. It really helps you keep your brush intact. So I'd highly, highly recommend that. My brush is perfectly fine after all of the dipping into the masking fluid. So I'd highly recommend it. Alright, so let us have a look at some of Mr. Guiyang's work, guys. This is soothing music. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like it. Guys, have a look at Mr. Guiyang's artwork. Look at this, guys. Look at that anatomy. That is spot on, guys. Spot on. You're telling yourself the same thing? I've promoted you to a bot now. What? What? Hello, Mark. How are you doing? Lily Collins as an artist. Indeed, in the flesh. Myself. Here I am. You like jazz, classical, or piano to focus. It really is so helpful to art, right? You should see my movies, guys. Spank, you should see my movies. My art is one thing, my movies are another. You're clipping the important moments on your past stream last year, on my past stream last year for your edit. You're gonna send it to me after it's all done. Oh, Elise, thank you. It's hard to do anatomy from imagination. It really is, yeah. I said it should give you a permit? Oh my gosh, Dover. Such sensitive feelings. Such sensitive feelings. I thought you were an AI. You're like as efficient as an AI. Guys, look at this anatomy. That is super, super skilled. Like, look at that. Look at the shadows and the highlights and everything. That's crazy good. Crazy good. Mr. Guiyang definitely has a super good understanding of muscles and I can't do this. I can't draw guys. Like, drawing guys is what's really hard for me. So, to me, this is just amazing. Look at the little highlight on that nose. That's crazy. That's amazing. I love the little bird on his shoulder. And I love how you've kept the eyes, like, white out. Makes it so creepy. The little birds are so delicate and then you've got, like, this really robust dude. I love the contrast of that. I really do. That's amazing. Guys, you gotta give Mr. Guiyang a follow. This is epic work, guys. Epic work. Gentle giant indeed. Exactly. Exactly. You're good, Mark? I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad you're enjoying Fallout. I'm excited to play with you, but I feel like our time zones are probably not gonna overlap unless we play on the weekend. This is so crazy good. Look at all these different blades, guys. You got a like by Jaw Cooper? Guys, if you don't know Jaw Cooper, you're missing out. She's amazing. She's like a really established major artist. You got a like by her? I can see why though. I can see why. Look at Jaw Cooper's work, guys. Hang on. There we go. This is some of Jaw Cooper's stuff. I love her little pins, guys. She really is cool. Look at her little pins, guys. Look at the bunnies. She also did like these chickens in bikinis and I think they're just like super adorable. Yeah, she is amazing. But you know what? Look at her studio, guys. Isn't this a dream? Isn't this just the dream, guys? Look at that. All those plants and stuff. That's amazing. It looks so nice. Such a fun place to hang out. So, so nice. So much green. Can you imagine all the work like that goes into keeping those plants alive? Oh my gosh. That roof though. This whole place is spectacular. It's a very pretty room, yeah. Very pretty room. I think she's posted like some shots of that before. This is probably one of my favorite pieces by her, but they're sold out, guys. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Needs a lot of light through for them green babies. Yeah, though, I think she uses artificial lighting. Like, you could see a couple of those lights put on there. So, have I heard of Whiskey Rabbit art? No, I have not. What is that about? You want to live in her studio. Me too, me too. It looks so alive in that. It really does. Thank you so much for raiding us, Mr. Guiyang. I really appreciate that raid. You feel like I'd love her, and Acorn and Crow. Can you drop a link in our Discord, Kalux? I'd love to have a look at them. Alright, so guys, can I finish the background in an hour? Do I have enough time? I'm not sure. I'm really nervous about this step, so fingers crossed, guys. Fingers crossed it's all gonna go well, because I don't know. I don't know. So I'm gonna get some salt. Definitely need some salt, and I need my nice big brush. I think I'm gonna get some fresh water. So I'll quickly hop out, get some fresh water, because I have to mix up a lot more paint. So be right back, guys. Guys, look how beautiful my water jar is. Look at all of that. Isn't it gorgeous? It gets even more gorgeous, obviously, when you start adding color to it. Absolutely beautiful. They're both gothic and ethereal artists. Please, 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 Kalux, can you either whisper me or share it on my Discord? Hello, Space Dog Princess. Can we have a shout out for Space Dog Princess, guys? She raided us yesterday. First time that I caught her stream was this weekend, so guys, please go and check her out. Give her a follow. Frankenstein's looking great. Thank you. Hopefully he's gonna look even more great soon. 1 hour. Only an hour left for this. I have to, guys. I have to finish this in an hour. So, wish me luck. Wish me luck. I'm gonna mix up a lot of paint to start off with. So, I have to get like a nice purple. It has to be quite dark. So, I'm gonna try and get a nice dark purple. Well, I've got a purple. Now I just need to tone that down a little bit. I'm gonna add a little bit of grey. Okay, tone that down. So, now I have to think about how I'm gonna do this, guys. You're welcome, Space Dog Princess, anytime. You know it. So I'm just gonna wet the areas that I want to paint onto, obviously. Because I want to get like a nice fade out effect. And now, because of all the masking fluid, guys, look how nice it is. I can simply paint all over this and I don't have to worry at all, guys, at all. So hopefully that spreads. And we get like a beautiful, gorgeous effect from that. Probably know once it dries what we're looking at, but I probably want to add a little bit more blue though over some areas. Um, You whispered it? Thank you, K-Lux. I really appreciate that. You're shook? Why? Just for ease instead of needing to open Discord. Yeah, no worries. That's totally fine. As long as I have it. Mr. Guiyang, thank you so much for coming here. I hope you have a good rest of your night. Thank you so much for raiding us. Can we have a last shout out for Mr. Guiyang? Thank you for that raid. We really appreciate that. Hello, Rodrigo. Thank you so much, Mark. I'm glad you like the technique. Hopefully it works out. I mean, at this point, you know, a lot of things could happen. So I'm still quite nervous about the outcome. We still gotta mix up some more purple though, because I don't have enough, guys. Why is it always that you get to the end and then you're like, I don't have enough? It's never balanced perfectly. Why is that? So there's no guarantees at this point whether this is actually gonna work. So I'll have to wait and see, guys. I want the parts closest to the character darkest. And it's a lot easier once I've done whole gradient to go in and just add more paint on those sections. You also sent me people. They're a bigger of an artist than the others, but you love their work as well. Cool. Thank you. I'm getting to see a lot of new art that I haven't seen before. That's gonna be pretty cool. I'm excited. Well, I think that just has to dry, guys. It's all we can do at this point. We do have a little bit of blue in some sections on that side, so I wonder if I'll just add tiny bits of blue on the other side as well. What do I do whenever I experience artist block? I force myself to draw something. So usually, art block for me is I just don't feel inspired, I guess, to draw anything. So I just pick a thing and I force myself to draw it. And if it doesn't come out well, I force myself to draw another thing and another thing until I'm feeling that I'm ready. So it's pretty much what I do. Looks very cool, thank you! So I'm just want to wait for that to dry because I am going to be adding another layer over that in like a black colour. But because I need it to be quite dark, obviously, I just want the other colour. So whatever colour I apply now is what's going to show through with the salt. So I don't want just blank white paper showing through, which is why I applied this colour. But after this colour, we're going to be applying the black, guys. And that is going to give me the contrast that I need. Games give you ideas? Or do games give you art block or ideas? You feel like you've had a couple of years of art block. Oh no, that sucks. I think when we were at university, my teachers gave us this experiment. So we were sort of forced to draw blindfolded and with our left hand for 5 minutes. And you had to draw something. And then after that 5 minutes, you were allowed to see what you're drawing, but you still had to draw with your left hand. And then after that, you were allowed to do a drawing with your right hand, and the point of it was to make yourself be more loose with your, like, draw more intuitively rather than think more analytically. So it sort of balanced the two areas, and obviously both are really important when you're making art, so it sort of forces you to focus on the more intuitive aspect, and that can be really helpful. Sometimes that alone can get you past art block. You've been stuck in professional graphic design and have lost touch with your organic mediums. I can completely understand that. That is a hard feeling, yeah. I used to work as a graphic and web designer, so I really know how that feels. That's rough. Cephalon, the group parachutes don't work yet. I have to fix them. You have the opposite problem at the moment. Too many ideas and not enough time. That happens too. In some ways that's kind of worse because it's the most frustrating feeling ever. That sounds fun as well. You think you'll try that? Sometimes that's all you need, you know, to just push yourself out of that way of thinking. And that can be really helpful. The singles do work, yes, Cephalon, the singles do work. So, because I don't feel like there's quite enough contrast yet, that is why I'm going to add black over. But all of these underlying colors are going to show through, so it's not for nothing, guys. It's not for nothing. Droplets don't work either. Oh no! That's exactly what you do professionally right now, graphic design and marketing. Yeah, and that really focuses you more on like a, you know, analytical sense of thinking, and sometimes that gets in the way of being creative because you don't focus on being intuitive, you're overthinking everything, and sometimes that's all you need to just push yourself out of that state sometimes. The big thing is ideas, but not enough confidence to try and draw them. Yeah, like, it depends what kind of art block you have. Like, there are many different kinds of art block. Is it your hands just not working? Is it ideas that you don't feel inspired by? What is it, you know? There's so many different types of art block. And I think that's why we get stuck in it, because we don't know what is the cause of our art block, you know? Digital, hello, how are you? Definitely more focused on a company's desires and not your own at all, really. Yeah, exactly. You learn to just follow orders and instructions and design principles, and you no longer focus on, you know, your creative journey. So it definitely is a very crushing feeling. So I need this to dry, guys. I really need this to dry. The other issue is I cannot keep it the way that it is because there won't be enough contrast between Frankenstein when he's green and the background. It's going to be just way too crazy. So I need something to bind all of the background together, and that is what you know, that is what the black is going to do. So hopefully once it dries I can get started with that. You feel like every time you try to pick up your gouache and you can't communicate with your hands and your vision and nothing comes out right, so you just stop all over again. Okay, so to me it seems like it's very much a case of your brain is overthinking things and really trying to take control. So I feel like that tip that I gave you to do a drawing separately with your left hand, like keep doing that repeatedly, because it pushes your mind out of a way where it can't control things, and then the intuitive side of your brain starts taking over. It really helps. Like when our teachers made us do it at uni, we all laughed. We were like, what the heck are we doing? Like, we can't draw with our opposite hands, so why? But like we came back from uni after a 2-week break and none of us had done any drawing. Obviously we all took a break, so We were all a little bit rusty and stiff and stuff, so they wanted to get us out of that frame of mind, and it really helped. Make a mess deliberately. It works in engineering too. There you go, there you go. How long is this gonna take to dry, guys? How freaking long? I reckon I might go and dry this with a hairdryer, guys, because I don't want to wait, and I'm not going to use salt on this, so I will be back. You guys can watch the cemetery and make sure nobody is over haunting it. I will be back. So I've dried all of it, guys. Some sections obviously dried a little bit weird, but that's okay because we're gonna go over in the black anyways. I'm considering doing this part in ink because I don't want to go too light. So, I need to find my, there we go. You hope it's not aphantasia though, because that is very scary. Can't imagine how people with that go through with things. I think aphantasia is something that you're just born with. I don't think it's something that you can, like, acquire. You just unlocked a new fear and you don't even know what you're scared of. Used to buy sketchbooks and never use them for fear of ruining the idea that all sketchbooks are perfect compilations of art. Yeah, see, that, you need to move past that idea because that holds you back because of the materials. And I think that's a reason, like, if that's what's holding you back, maybe look into doing digital art. Like, maybe that'll give you the freedom and confidence to feel like you have unlimited canvases and it really doesn't matter how much you mess up. It's possible that could help. I don't know. Up to you. You know, a guy who claims to have aphantasia, but he's really a really good programmer. So you don't know how that works. You can't imagine being able to code without being able to visualize the path of the application. Well, like, maybe that, I know that people with aphantasia have different ways of envisioning things, you know, so maybe they have a different way. I think what they struggle with is visually seeing things, not so much like thinking things through. I think they would be really good at logical things. Perhaps thoughts or voices make up for lack of images. Yeah, exactly. You think you may have that. You really can't visualize things at all. You looked into it once before. Interesting. Then all you need is to keep practicing. You're sure you'll get to where you want to be. He just said there's no visualization component to it. Yeah. I'm sure there's like, especially with something like programming, I think there's definitely different ways that you could go about that, you know. I don't want to say for a second it's not a hurdle to get over. It's always a challenge to improve skills by definition. Yeah, exactly. Perhaps you could turn one or more of them into scrapbooks filled with memories instead of art. Yeah, exactly. You're eagerly waiting the masking fluid to be removed. Well, the question is, will it dry in time? For you, logic and visualization go hand in hand, but you have a pretty atypical neurology. Yeah, like, the way that we think something should be thought through is not always the only way, you know? It's a visual thing, you're a programmer and don't struggle with that side of things. You have the beautiful metallic Paul Rubens watercolors that you have barely used for a couple of years now. No, put them to use! They need to be used, they're gonna get old. Part of how you got over your hurdle with sketchbooks is you now keep portfolios of the pieces you like, so you have those perfect books. That's a good idea as well. Rip them out and then put them in a different portfolio, and that is your sketchbook. So guys, I think I'm going to do the step in ink. If I can actually get the ink open, guys. Hopefully we can. This is so tight. Why is it so tight? Oh my goodness. I don't think I'm gonna get it open. I'm gonna go get a rubber glove and be right back. Gloves make all the difference, guys. When you can't open something, use a rubber glove. The friend in question works for NERSC now on a little system called Perlmutter, so he's a very good programmer. Okay. You were always envious of big artists who had these perfect portfolios they show at hiring events, so you just decided there was nothing stopping you from compiling your favorites. Exactly, exactly. There you go. So, I'm gonna start adding the black guys. And then we can play with some salts, so it's all gonna get wet all over again. And that bleed is drop dead gorgeous. What do you mean green, Dover? What green? Getting over the hurdle of realizing that we are also seeing other people's best work only is hard. Yeah, exactly. Like, we look at artists on Instagram, they're not going to post their washout pieces, right? They're just going to post their best. Because obviously everybody wants to put their best foot forwards and, you know, you want to be proud of what you do. So, yeah, it's important to realize that as well. We're all just human. We're all just human. I don't actually know if I want to play with salt on this one, because I really want these to stand out well. And I have a feeling if I start playing around with salt, you know, it could lead the painting to be over complex. So I'm kind of reconsidering that at this point. Am I familiar with Circus Posters? Yeah, I am. I love their stuff. I want to make sure people don't see what they consider less good work. Yeah, of course. She said, bleed the way the paint spreads out. The industry has trained people to think that assembling a portfolio is a skill all artists should hold. Well, it actually is. I think it's really important for artists to know how to curate a portfolio. But that should not get in the way, I think, of their personal work. You know, stuff that they use to experiment and things like that. You know, doesn't mean that all work should be portfolio worthy. But definitely it's important to know how to curate one. How to choose your best pieces. And that's why I think it's good to be able to experiment with that, you know? To pick a booklet where you only include your best pieces. You can see all the purple underlayers shining through now. It is gorgeous. Well, Frankenstein is looking pretty dark. Do you think I am going to be adding a little bit of salt after all? Only on some areas though. I want to give it like a nice creepy look. So we got all of Frankenstein covered in salt, guys. I'm gonna be so excited to peel off all the masking fluid, but now we have to wait for that salt to dry. So it's almost time to end stream. I don't think we're gonna be able to do the reveal today, guys, because I need to make sure this is like completely dry before I take it off. So you guys are just gonna have to wait till tomorrow to see the final reveal. What is the yellow stuff though? Sorry, you're out of the loop. The yellow stuff is electricity. It's covered in masking fluid, so we're gonna peel it all off and then it's gonna reveal the layer underneath once it's done. It's to normal. You like to normalize that mess sometimes so people don't feel like they have to be perfect. Exactly. Really hard to just enjoy yourself with something if you're constantly concerned about that quality won't be there. Even if you sometimes do push yourself. Yeah. And it's really hard, especially if you're a professional artist, to try and just remember to enjoy things. Because it's that enjoyment that really sparks those creative things. Like, you could grow and become really good at creating the same thing over and over every day. But you're not gonna grow if you do that. But it will be a success. Every piece you do will be a success if you do that. Sadly though, you know, when you take risks, there can be mistakes, and maybe you've wasted a day working on a piece and you have nothing to post and you have nothing to share or show for it, and it was a complete disaster. But sometimes those are the reasons you get to pieces that actually work out. So it's really important to try and you know, stay in the process, stay enjoying it. Otherwise, if you just focus on making sure the piece is a success, well, you're never going to have those really good pieces, are you? I really got to make sure. Actually, that's probably not too bad. I got to make sure it doesn't end up forming too strong of an edge, though. There we go. You can already see, guys, how the salt is interacting with that. Look at that. It's gonna create beautiful, beautiful flecks in that background. And it's going to show through that purple that we added earlier. That's gorgeous. Soaking it all up. All of that salt. Looks wonderful. Thank you, Dover. I hope so. I hope so. To each their own. The blue notes are hidden now. What blue notes? There's also something to be said that if you look back at old work and feel slightly bad about it, that means you're making progress because your artistic eye is getting better. Exactly. That's really good, important note to remember. And I think it's a reason to keep your old art as well. Like, look back on it and compare how you work now versus then and see how you've grown. If you hate it, that's a good thing. It's not something to be sad about. The name of the actual artist is Kathy Olivius. Isn't Circus Posterist like a group gallery of artists? Dab, thank you for the follow. I'm pretty sure Kathy just like is part of that, or she owns it, but she shares it with other artists. I'm not 100% sure. You have to remember yourself of that every time you look at old pieces and think you could have done better. Yeah, exactly. Like, we could always do better. Not comparing, but in terms of feeling, you love my work in the same way you love her work. Hey, Lux! Thank you so much. That's a huge compliment. I love her work. She's amazing. So thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Her and Laura Colours give you that same vibe and feeling with that art. I love Laura Colours too. Do you know Mab Graves and Thomas Ascot? They're probably my two favourite artists of all time. So if you like Laura Colours, I'm sure you'll like them too. The peeling is the best effect. It will be if it doesn't like ruin the whole thing. I'm really nervous about that actually. So we'll see how it turns out. Looks wonderful. Thank you, Dover. One of the reasons you love traditional art is the randomness. Yeah, or organicness. I guess randomness defines that. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, hopefully it will turn out like I thought it would. You thought I added a bit of blue in the previous layer? Oh, yes, I did. There will be a little hint of blue somewhere down there, so not sure if it's going to show through. We'll find out. But definitely I can see the purple is very subtly showing through, so... Has everyone hugged their Frankenstein today? Good question. I have not. Or she might. You just follow them on Instagram and her name is the only one on the page, so you just assume. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Circus Posterist is like, either she co-owns it with like some other artist and they host like group events, but I don't think it's just them. I'm pretty sure Circus Posterist is a group of artists, but I could be wrong. I could definitely be wrong. Let us have a look. Yeah, so they're an art designer, toys and collectibles. Thank you, Dover. So Circus Posterist began in 2000. I'll share this with you guys. As a small collective of fine artists, illustrators, gallery curators, and collaborators. So they're a group. And yes, as you said, Kathy Olivias and Brand Peters are the two artists owning Circus Posterist. So they are separate, but they co-own this thing. So yeah, lots and lots of cool stuff like on here. Amazing stuff, guys. If you want to support artists, this is a great way. Look at these! Oh my goodness. That is adorable. These little handkerchiefs are absolutely adorable, guys. Look at them. Look at them, guys. I really like this one. That is so cute. Super cute. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen a painting this elaborate by Brand Peters. That's amazing, guys. How do you do that? Is that what? Oh, it's acrylic. Okay. That's beautiful. Super, super beautiful. I love how, like, he kept the bottom undone. He didn't paint over it. It's just, like, nice and raw, just the way that it is. It's spectacular, guys. You wouldn't want to change a single thing. You also love Mark Ryden. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Mark Ryden is amazing, guys. Absolutely amazing. Well, I still need to wait for that, so I don't know, guys, if we can wait a little bit, I may be able to do the peel reveal with you guys now, but that is still fairly wet. So, I don't know. I don't want to rush it, because then we have a problem. Definitely these two bits are, you know, currently a big problem, so need to wait for those to dry a little bit more. That makes it even cooler. Yeah. It is. It's so awesome. I love Brand Peters and Kathy Olivia's. Amazing artists, guys. Let's not rush. We know the masking fluid got its third chance today. True. Yeah. Probably it's going to take too long, guys, to wait, but tomorrow morning, I will do this with you guys on stream. So we'll see how it turns out, guys. See how it all turns out. So, since we've done that, I'll put that on the side over here so it can dry. Is leaving it that long a good idea? Yeah, that's a good question. Maybe I might do it off stream then, Dover. I don't know. But I do need to wait for it to dry, so we'll see. Waiting is worth it. Definitely is. The question is, how long can you wait? I'm not entirely sure, so I'll have a look and see. But we need to find someone to raid today, guys. Also, I am going to start working on the exclusive story probably on Thursday. I'm not entirely sure what time I'll be able to start streaming on Thursday because it's going to be a bit of an up and go stream for me, so I'll see how it goes. I do have a doctor's appointment booked for my vaccination on Thursday, so I still gotta see if I can fit in a stream on that day. But Patreon illustrations will be started either Thursday, or if I can fit something in on Friday. Guys, remember Friday we have the Tombstone Art Challenge reveal. So I'm gonna go through all of you guys' posts that you've shared in the Art Challenge thread on Discord, and we're gonna see all of your tombstones on stream on Friday. So do not miss that stream. That's going to be a lot of fun. There's already amazing entries. I'm so proud of you guys. Also, guys, if you'd like to receive a postcard from me every month, I share postcards to my patrons, so go and check out my Patreon if you'd like to receive a monthly postcard from me. You also get access to the community drawing, which allows you to suggest a character for me every month, and I will draw that character as part of a group drawing. So it's a lot of fun. So last month we had a cool pirate ship drawing that you guys created with all of your prompts. So this month I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. But it is time for us, guys, to raid somebody else. Let us see. If vaccination appointment is on Thursday, will I be able to review the art challenge on Friday? Side effects of the shot. Well, Dover, I'm pretty confident I'll be fine, so I'm not too worried about that, to be honest. I'm not expecting to feel unwell, and I'm sure I can handle it, so it should be fine. No worries, Space Dog Princess. That's totally cool. Totally cool. Guys, there is so many places we could go. If we want to hear some cool music, you could guide the raid. Yeah, please, please. Who would you like to raid, Mr. Giddy Kitty? You go ahead and guide the raid. Thank you for stream famous last words. You buy the High Fructose magazine curated books so you could find a lot of artists from there. Those are amazing. I love those. Also, Beautiful Bazaar is another magazine that has pretty awesome work as well. Ali Therese, no worries. Let us raid Ali, guys. Is she online? I'm not seeing her online. Are you sure? Are you really sure she's online? Oh, there she is. There we go. Cool, guys. So we will raid Ali. Thanks to Mr. Giddy Kitty for guiding that raid. And I will see you guys again tomorrow. Thank you so much for sticking by me with this extensive process of today's painting. It was a little bit nerve-wracking, but also a lot of fun. So let us share some of this love with Ali. Guys, please go and copy and paste the raid call that Dover just shared in the chat, and we will head on over there. I'll see you guys tomorrow.